I think half the presentation has been done by you itself, but still, verbally, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening, all. I think this is the first time where we are actually meeting many of you. So, as I told you, I just don't want to actually go through the presentation as I keep sliding the things again. Basically, let us understand how many of us are really clear about a thematic versus a sector fund. How many of you can speak about a thematic fund? I just wanted EPs, power, T&D value, heavy electrical equipments, energy efficient. All these are what you call subsidiary companies, where they are actually into helping the main company in what you call manufacturing and distributing the same thing back to the customer. You look at green energy, undergoing the energy transition, solar value chain, wind power value chain, hydrogen value chain, battery value chain, companies making very clear, company making components of new energy. That's where it comes in. That's where we were speaking about ancillaries. Bioenergy value chain is company involved in bioenergy value chain again. Alternate fuel is companies making components of new energies. This is something which is there. Look at oil value chain is nothing but production and exploration of new things. So, for example, we have Reliance Power which is there, Reliance Energy which is there. They actually into what produce the production of the new power and energy, which again they send it. Even for example, Reliance Petroleum, which is the Reliance Refineries, they actually produce what you call explore petrol and then distribute it back. These are the companies which are there. And chemical and petrochemicals, all these are connected with the oil word. That's where the ancillary word means coming from. And when you're speaking about gas, it is not just the natural gas which is there. You have LNG, CNG, all so-called CNG, PNG, LNG suppliers, all the supply chain which is also connected will be invested into it. For example, CNG is being supplied by every car nowadays has an option of having both petrol and CNG. That's called a hybrid model which is there. So it is actually giving you an easy way out to go convert yourself from petrol to a CNG. Then it's going to be direct for you. The application amount regular only. I'm sorry, I don't know where to comment. Application minimum size is going to be 5,000, and then on you can add an additional amount of 1,000 rupees. Then we have two fund managers in it. One, Mr. Raj Gandhi. He's been handling our sectors for last 17 years, and he's recently moved in as of he's been elevated from an analyst to a fund manager, and he has his major exposure to energy till date. And Mr. Pradeep Kesavan, he's going to handle that part of 35% which is there, the overseas securities. He's going to handle it, and Mr. Pradeep Kesavan handles all the equity funds in our AMC. So that's the expertise which you have. No one is just a beginner in the fund manager space, especially with SBI Mutual Fund. And the loans which are there, till 1 year, it's going to be having 1% if anyone exits within 1 year from the date of allotment of units. It's going to be 1. After 1 year, there would not be any sort of an exit loan. The benchmark, as we are speaking about, Nifty Energy TR, which has actually beaten the Nifty 50 stocks. So that way you can understand that it is being aggressive and more consistent than the Nifty 50, and better also to be invested in. And you should never try the investor miss the opportunity of investing now and then stay invested. And that too, when we speak about equity funds, what has been the minimum period which you can tell them to stay invested?
3 to 5.
You don't have a freezing temperature any season, let it be deepest winter or the worst rainy season also. You don't have it. But there, they'll not be able to do such sort of things. Hydroelectricity cannot be generated in any of these countries. You're understanding where I'm coming from. Let us take these points to the investor rather than just going through this brochure, giving him a brochure. Let him understand. No, I would say that's why I didn't want to keep the presentation, but you need to understand what I'm speaking. That's why I'm just putting it across. So, coming back, what are the types of energy which India has been getting behind?
Solar,
Hydro, which has been there.
Yes.
How many of you guys have seen?
Thermal, solar.
Yeah, hydro. Hydro anangane first thing which we can look at it, sir. How many of you have gone into Nagarjun Sagar? You have the turbines which are generating power. That's where you're coming in from. And coal which is there. And India is still looking at exploring more places for this thing. And solar. That's a place. Wind power. Wind power. If you guys, anyone would have traveled by road towards Karnataka, how many of you traveled 5 years and current period? Question which is there, and look at every year there's been, look at 1 year, 30% versus 20% in Nifty 50. 28% versus 17%. 21% versus 16.23. 10 years good. Look at the longest duration, which speak about 10 years is too long for everyone. Look at it, 17% versus 14%. Since inception, from what? More than 15 years, 19.22 versus 14.72. That has been the, what you call returns, 5.5% return, which has been higher. So, ఇవన్నీ మిస్ చేసుకోకుండా ఉండటానికి we need to speak about these points. That's why I actually want to keep all the pages aside rather than showing you the main things. Okay, ఇక్కడ మీకు ఇక్కడ ఈవెన్ ట్రైలింగ్ PE కూడా చూసుకుంటే ఎనర్జీస్ ట్రైలింగ్ PE is at 15.86 at 25% discount of Nifty 50 again. అంటే దీనిలోంచి హైయెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ స్టాక్స్ తీసేసిన you still have higher returns again. That's where it is coming from. SBI mutual fund. I've never seen one of our client coming back saying that this is a wrong fund which you suggested to me. We didn't have it. So that's the confidence, and we advise everyone with a clear notion that he should not be missold, wrongly advised about the fund. That's what we look at and suggest you. So that's all. I'll keep it close for the things, and I'll definitely look forward for some questions on the same thing.
Just before going, not just installing solar rooftops of 1 crore. You see how much machinery or how many industries are linked to that 1 crore solar machines to be installed. So you will understand how many companies will be involved. What will be the profits of those companies. And the moment
we were speaking about underrepresented sector in energy sector which is there. You can look at it, just go through this point which it says is weight of energy sector, oil and gas excluding Reliance Industries and Utilities fell by from what 24% in 2004 to 6.7% which is there. So it is, so what does this mean is we have not been representing that this sector is going to be positive. We've actually seen it late, and then we try to look at exploring it. Underrepresented index because of issue profit pool. The word profit pool here, it means, as we were speaking about, what has been our dependence in importing crude, 85%. That's where the profit pool has been going on. So when we are trying to look at increasing the profit pool over here, that's where even we were speaking about other countries trying to invest in India. The profit pool is going to be coming back to India. That's where the underrepresentation would also start coming back. It will be pulled back into positive representation. So this is the opportunity. You need to create a focus in the energy production also. So that's where India, even last 3 months back, there's been a campaign where Modi is actually coming. Don't let me speak that I don't take it in such a way that I am a pro Modi or something. I'm not into politics. I'm just giving you an update about what is happening in India, because generally we listen to so many things, no one really takes it what is needed. So they were saying that everywhere in India we have a positive outlook towards renewable energy. They're trying to increase the production of renewable energies over here and make it fastest growing consumption and also producer of renewable energy. That's what I want to just add. Yes, sir. Now I would look forward to some questions.
And in fact, solar energy, when we are talking about solar energy, so it is not only solar energy or the panels that is getting installed on the rooftops. So solar energy, if any household is having more, is it or generating more energy than whatever they require, they can even sell back to the grids.
Yes. that's
So,
very-
so obviously, this will be a option for people who wants to make additional money also. So when the installation is given by government, where you have subsidies given by the government, and where you have an option to generate money, the additional money with doing nothing, just only by just installing, because everything is free for us. The solar is always free for us. So there are a lot of opportunities in this energy sector. So we need all your support as an advisor. You are the front runner who takes this objective of the scheme to your investor. So as a fund house,
They invest into cement, steel, and other sectors. We don't invest into infrastructure. We are purely trying to invest, stay connected with energy and energy only. Thematic. There's nothing more.
Second thing is last, you are telling that we are not PSU, you are told couple of
the
times.
working style.
Working style.
Working style.
But most of the people, why they believe.
See, perception.
చేశాను
Thank you.